don't care anymore. It's like
Right.
we're live.
Yeah.
We're
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 live.
live.
We're
We're live.
live.
I
Yeah.
just
So
don't care anymore. Let me say it
no.
again. No, no. Oh my god, I gotta fix my ass pillow because
Oh
I'm
no.
sitting in this like wood chair because
Awful
like
chair.
yeah, I'm renovating or something like that.
Well, I mean, I guess like we're all like trying because I have to get a new chair too. My
Oh, I
chair,
love
it's
my current chair. It's just in the
right.
other office space.
Right. No, my chair, it's like one, it was giving me leg problems again. That after spending so much time away, it my leg problem went away, but I know if I stay long enough in this chair, it's only going to come back. Um but also it's like, cuz like it's that fake plastic leather shit and now it's all
uh,
rubbing off. So it looks really the chair now looks really gross. And I was watching like someone's video, and I guess like they had bought like a chair on Kickstarter that you can like configure it in all different ways. It's expensive though. It's like a $400 chair, but
oh,
it's
nice.
fabric though. It's like pet friendly fabric, and I go, "Oh, maybe that's what I need in the office."
That does sound nice.
Like instead of getting like this plastic shit, just like get something that's actually like upholstered,
Right,
like with fabric, because
right,
I would think that fabric would last a little bit longer, you
right.
know, but in the
The
end,
only thing I worry about with fabric in my space is the
yeah.
fucking cats.
Well, right, yeah,
Like
yeah,
for
because my
some
mom
reason they
has,
won't fuck with the fucking fake pleather
yeah,
shit, but they will. They do like their
right.
fabric. My fucking brand new couch definitely has been marked.
Yeah, no, mom has a chair that she bought a while ago that a previous cat of ours completely wrecked. Like we have to
Mm.
get that so I don't know. All I know is that I do need a new chair. So
Hold on. Let's do
everybody.
this, and then I'll tell you some more about that because there's some interesting products I want to talk about too that are
Oh, okay,
that
sure.
actually go with that. Good
All right.
morning, everyone. It is September 1st,
I
2025.
today Day is Labor Day.
And also go blow cinnamon through your door to bring that monies in.
All right. Oh, is that
Or
what you?
actually, though, for you basic bitches, just do some pumpkin spice. Just be like,
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, at least
yeah.
as long as
Ah,
the end result's the same.
prosperity and bullshit, whatever.
Right.
Oh my
Uh,
god, Daphne, it's been so long. I don't even remember what I'm doing. Like for
uh,
real.
well,
And they
I guess
changed StreamYard again.
again, right. Yeah. So,
I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh, what's this?
right.
What's this? I feel like fucking Jack Skellington up in here.
Well,
Oh
I
my
guess the
god.
next thing we should do is kind of like do this,
Uh,
start the
fucking
show.
hell. Okay, but I gotta find the intro first. Okay, there
Right.
it is. You
Yeah.
ready?
Absolutely not, but hit it.
Hear me. The Thorn Valley Plan is the aspiration of idiots and dreamers. We were just talking about you.
Trigger warning. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Hi.
Oh my god. Oh, I keep forgetting how good that is.
It just seemed appropriate.
Yeah. We really were just talking about you.
You were just talking about all you motherfuckers.
That's refreshing, Jenner. Usually you're screaming about us. That too.
Good morning,
Oh,
Daphne.
good morning, Nita. Good morning. Oh my God. It's like only for us to have this one more show and then I'm gone again. But things are just, things are just happening. That's all, and it's like I guess
Changes.
it changes.
Life changes, seasons change. For
But
everything, there is a season.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like it's giving me a lot to think about. But before we get started, before we forget how this works, because we did, hello everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means.
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Duharis.
And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales and my medieval fantasy drama, Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn. You can read both my comics online at EgoWorks, EGOWORKS, and Tall Tales, TAILS online.com. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, LAGE Art. And if you are joining me at that channel, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever any of my shows go live. And I am also joined by the hoiest of co-hosts, Nita.
Yeah. So my name is Nita, but you can call me Daddy if you want to. And yeah, I'm just like here right now. Like I'm trying to figure this shit out because StreamYard is really throwing me for a loop. Like the stacking of the fucking media files is completely different. I do like the new layout thing.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something about that. There's also something you can do after you recorded your stream where you can go in and format it for different fucking social media outlets.
I saw that.
Do you know that is a game changer? Like that makes me want to pay for this shit again. Because at first I was like, you know what? I ain't paying for StreamYard no more either. We're gonna get on here and we're gonna go Facebook Live, and then I'm gonna convert it to a fucking YouTube video. Like I'm so anti everything right now. But when I fucking saw that shit, I was like, oh, that's a game changer. That makes making reels, short, everything just fucking so much easier.
I don't know how that they can like they can format it for like a vertical for vertical streams. Right. Yeah. For the what 9x6 presentation or whatever. Yeah. Like,
good morning, people. Sorry, we are not.
Oh yeah, I know. We are not. Yeah. So
the people that are talking
joining
like
us in the chat. Yeah. Who's in the chat joining us? Who's in the chat?
Joseph.
Hello,
Allison.
Joseph. Hello, Allison. Lorraine is here. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. Look, we were confused.
I'm always,
yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like, like I said, there's a lot going on. And yes, I see you.
None of these seniors will figure it out.
Our beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond. And yes, and if you are joining us from Facebook, please.
You're not.
Oh no, it's not streaming.
No, it will be streaming. They will be joining us on Facebook.
Oh, that's right. After. Okay.
So,
well, if you're catching this on the replay, right, and you're watching us on Facebook and you want to actually catch us live, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat, keep us company. That way we'll be able to see your comments in real time, as opposed to whatever it is that Facebook is doing. I'm tired of
I didn't feel like being a Zuck cook. I tried to fill out the event file to try to make it public or whatever, and it was still invite only. And I am not one for spamming people's DMs.
Right. Yeah, I saw that.
Like I am so anti doing that like I'd rather just fucking drop it if it comes down to it.
Right.
But get excellent replay on my profile. So I'll leave it for now.
For now. I mean, because when I saw that, and it's like I kept seeing private only. It's like
you can't change it.
Right. And then it's like, so then I just started posting it, in all my places.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah. So, but so what have you been doing, Nita?
I have been gardening, Daphne.
You're gardening.
gardening. I have, well, actually, I've been dirting. I haven't.
Oh, okay. We haven't get to the garden part of the garden yet.
Yeah, no, like it's really fucking bizarre because like I bought this beautiful raised bed for the front patio and shit because the hummingbirds are down here now for the migration and stuff. And so I was setting up for them because I need some kind of peace in my life. So touching grass has been it. I found
literally, I mean, that's the funny thing. Holy shit, that touching grass shit really does work.
Shit is real. So I bought this beautiful fucking raised bed, but I have a whole bunch of mints and pots underneath it because I contain the mint because it'll take over. But anyway, I planted the raised bed and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for all these herbs to sprout.
Any day now.
And not a fucking thing has come up. Well, yesterday I was out there looking and I looked down at the mint and I saw all this fucking chaotic little shit growing out of the soil in the big ass pots with the mint in it. And I'm like, that's fucking sage. Oh my God, that's chives. So every goddamn seed I just carelessly dropped took root. Anything I gave a fuck about died.
That is, that's
not a metaphor. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, chaos energy all around.
Chaos energy.
Even the trees are like going, nah,
fuck it.
Right. But that always seems to happen, right? Because that something similar had happened with me. I was trying to do some compost stuff, right?
Oh, and I bought a compost bin.
Well, yeah, I have 2 of them, right? And so this was like a couple of years ago, right? So I had just like cleaned everything up, and my idea was to like, let's kind of like, like plant stuff and this, that, and the other thing, right? And I had all these leaves in these like Home Depot buckets, right? And I had the compost bins. And as I am wont to do, is like there just gets to a point where I completely lose steam and I just leave everything, it's like, okay, you know what? It's like I'm out of energy. Whatever happens, happens. It's like, I don't know if I'll be able to finish this garden project, right? And what I noticed as the seasons went on was that I always kept reading how complicated composting is, right? You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to put nitrates in it, you got to spin it, you got to put water in it, you got to do this, you got to do that. And then it's like, even if you do like a raised garden, you got to put that and this and the other thing. Like, it's this whole thing, right? And then like throughout the year, right, I'm watching the Home Depot buckets, like with the leaves in it, like almost literally come alive. Like you just like saw like all of a sudden, like the leaves, like kind of like were like growing out of the pot, out of the Home Depot bucket, and then like coming back down. Like they were just, all I did was just dump those leaves.
I know.
And they were just composting on their own.
That's how it works, dude. Like, I'm telling you, compost is neglected its finest.
Right, exactly. And I'm sitting there and I'm like going, it's like, do these people online purposefully make shit complicated on purpose?
Well, they have to look like they're doing something. I swear to God, I'm going to do gardening with dummies. And it's going to be like, put it in the dirt.
Right.
Put it in the dirt. Just throw it out
right.
here.
Yeah. And it's like, it's like, I'm sitting here losing steam because it's like I'm completely overthinking everything.
Because you're trying to do it by the book. Right. The book is always right.
Right. And in the end, all it is, it's like, no, it's all just chaos. It's all random. It's like, look, you just put the shit in the pot and what grows, grows.
But I did figure out why the galvanized raised bed wasn't working.
Right. Okay.
Because it's a fucking 100 degrees outside in my fucking front yard
that doesn't
in
help.
A metal bin that's 4 foot by 6 foot.
Right.
And so like I was like, let me take the temperature of the soil in the middle of the day.
Like 1 billion degrees.
135 degrees in the middle of the fucking bucket or in the middle of the bed. And this is not a small bed.
Right. So that would mean that it gets hotter as it goes closer to the metal, or
no.
The only real book you need is the Farmer's Almanac.
Yes, ma'am. But like it was hot all the way throughout. I can't imagine what the temperature would have been on the edge.
Right.
So it's like what the realization I came to is I'm not going to be able to have a nice front yard. And that's fine because we get that fucking midday to fucking all the way through sun that is direct. There's no trees out there, nothing. However, when I went out on my back patio with the freezer that needs to be thrown away, that stinks. God, it's so gross.
Well, yeah, there's a smell that stays in that plastic that never goes away.
No, and what happened is last fucking hurricane season, I had put a whole bunch of ice shit in there just to kind of pack it down.
Right.
But I'd taken all the fucking guys' meats out of the fucking indoor freezer and put them outside with the little asshole fucking kids next door. I hate fucking kids, except my own. I love you guys. Like, fucking decided to fuck around on my back patio, and they unplugged my freezer.
Oh, so
I didn't
everything
notice for
added.
4 or 5 days, right? And
Uh-huh.
so like I haven't had the money to have it hauled to the dump yet because they charge out the fucking ass. Like
Right.
I could literally buy a new goddamn freezer for the price they
Yeah,
want to fucking
it's
dispose of this one. So I plugged that bitch back in. I got what I could out of it without
right.
dying. And then I just fucking shut that goddamn lid. But now that bitch got to go because I need that patio.
Right.
That patio is the ideal space for me to garden.
Right.
And now I have my elderberry trees. And
Oh,
so,
very
like,
nice.
yes, I found
Right.
some new growth, and I was like, I'm taking
Uh-huh.
you home to mama. And yeah, so but now I've got a big project and a dead body smelling freezer. Because
Right.
like somebody said I could put it out for the city, but I'd have to take the fucking lid off. And I'm
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
can't do that to my neighbors. Because until they come get it, it's gonna
Right.
smell like a corpse in the front yard. And
Yeah,
so
but
like
the funny thing is that if you let it air out in the sun,
no,
oh,
Daphne,
I know
dude,
it's that
trust
you're gonna
me.
end up with
I
alligators
had
being attracted to your
right
right. Okay.
that we'll have all the bears, the
Right.
raccoons, everything
Oh,
because
that's
we
true.
had
Yeah.
I ended up throwing like 12 fucking whole chickens in there.
Wow.
Fucking
So did you clean it
all
out or
there.
are they still in there?
No, I took a shovel and got what I could out
Ew.
because I couldn't stomach it. I was like,
Right. Yeah. No. And yeah.
I
And
don't
in the
I
end, you
don't
don't.
like meat anyway, and the
Right.
decaying meat was just really not my fucking jam, bro.
Right.
And so like I was like, okay, well if I freeze it, it'll contain the smell. And I guess I just thought I was just gonna fucking leave it there forever.
Right.
And now I want the space.
Right. So you just haven't figured out what to do with it yet.
I just haven't figured out what to do with it yet. And but
Right.
now I know what I gotta do with it. I just have to
Right.
come off the fucking money. And I got some vet stuff I want to do with the cats first.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's that.
There's that. I mean, yeah, it does sound like the whole
I
thing
am the
does.
classic definition of just white trash Southern shit right now for you guys. Yeah,
Oh
there's a dead
no.
body smelling freezer in my backyard. I just plug that bitch in and ignore it.
I mean,
Man, fuck them
it
kids.
definitely,
Uh,
it definitely does sound like a metaphor for something. But yeah, but the thing is, the whole thing about like trying to follow the instructions and then realizing that it's like
I'm so high and I love your sister.
that what was I saying? Oh yeah, chaos. Right. It's like that how we try to follow instructions that for some reason it's like we get so burnt out and not get the results that we want.
Right.
But then it's like when we just let shit happen,
Let
it's
it
like that's
flow.
when we start seeing
That's when we
results.
grow. That's when we
You
grow.
know, I mean, it is kind of funny how that works, and it is kind of funny how that your story actually dovetails into what I want to talk
More
about.
than I intended it to. Wait,
Yeah.
let's hear how you dovetailed because I fucking
Oh.
dovetailed like a motherfucker just now.
Because
Unintentionally. I'm good
Right.
at that.
because like I said, so we're helping. So my mother's moving back to New York, so it's like this whole from Florida to New York. So there's like a lot of preparation that I have to do back and forth, right? So that's why I'm skipping a lot of between your appointments and what I have to do. It's like we're skipping a lot of episodes. But the thing is, though, is that I know that we have been feeling a kind of bit of ennui with the with doing the vlogs, and especially being away for 3 weeks has given
really
me a
hard to
lot of
connect with
time.
people.
Yeah, but it gave me a lot of time to think about like what we were doing, what I was doing, how we were doing stuff, and like like in the end, it's like how am I, like actually it gave me the opportunity to rethink a lot of things. It's like, what? Maybe it's not the fact that, it's like this whole like burnout / frustration that we're feeling. It's like maybe it has more to do with the fact that we're trying to follow other people's instructions
Right.
And like, oh, this is what you need to do, this is what you got to do, and this, that, and the other thing, and we keep kind of like, okay, well, I'm doing it, but I'm not getting the results that I want. And there just gets to a point where it's like, what happens if we just make these changes, but kind of like ignore the instructions,
Fuck the books.
They
overly complicated it.
Right. So it's like, so I had finished so Eagle
Morning,
Raven
Michael.
11. Hey, Michael. I had finished the campaign for Eagle Raven 11 was last Monday. And and it's like, I've done 11 issues, and for 11 issues, actually more than that if you count all the Tall Tales stuff, and and it's like, and for the entirety of that time, I had spent so much effort trying to like figure out the secret of marketing, the secret of doing this, the secret is like reading the tea leaves. Oh, improve your Kickstarter this way. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do the other thing, right?
And this guy's balls and
right,
this salad, yeah,
and and it's like, and it just seemed like the more that I followed these instructions, the more frustrated I became, because maybe this whatever thing you're doing works for you, but it's sure as hell not working for me.
I got one. When I first heard about Dave being trapped in a maze, I was like, well, at least he's not sucking a big veiny dick for Kickstarter money.
That's not how Kickstarter works.
Yes, it is. That is exactly how Kickstarter works.
That's how it feels like.
It does.
And and it's like, and these past 3 weeks, it's like I was like sitting down thinking that it's like, it's like I've done 11 issues. After 11 issues, I think that what I have is what I have.
Right.
That it's like that there is nothing I can do right now without something completely drastic or it is which requires a shit ton of money that is not going to happen.
We poors.
Like this is it. Like the people who support me on my Kickstarter, those are my people. That's and that's and it's like, what's funny, right, is that 151 people on like social, and I think that this is the way like social media really fucks us up in the head by making us think that 151 people is not a lot of people.
Right.
And
Could you imagine having 151 people in your house?
Right, exactly.
I wouldn't want that.
And it's like, holy shit, it's like, it's like if we had 151 people come to us at a convention, it's like, where are you people coming from?
Where is my Zoloft?
Right, so there just comes a point where I think that like every time we try to read the tea leaves and everything, like I used to like obsess over like the post-mortem of a campaign.
Right.
Now I don't give a shit. Now it's like, okay, how many books do I have to order? That's it.
Forget about it.
Right. How many books do I have to order? How many people do I have to ship this out to? It's like, now that's what I worry about.
Right.
I don't look at where the links are coming from. I don't look at, it's like, oh, well, it's like, if I made this way, if I offered this, if I offered this type of thing, this type of stretch goal, it's like, nah, you know what? I'm done with that. I'm just going to like finish the rest of my series on Kickstarter, the way that it's just put it up there. It's going to do what it's going to do. Whoever, it's like, buy now, after 11 issues, buy now. It's like, because I heard Tom talking about this on Jose's show yesterday. It's like, buy now, you should know if you want my book. It's like, you either want it or you don't want it. And it's like, you know what? If you want it, that's beautiful. If you don't want it, I hope you find a book that you do want.
Right.
And it's like, it is what it is, right?
Right,
I mean, I
right.
swear to God, this is a phrase that I guess like all the Gen Zers are saying. It is what it is. It's kind of like this. And I go, you know what? You're right. It is what it is. And there just comes a point where all this extra effort is not worth it. So then it's like, I was thinking, and then it's like, well, and then it's like you and me were talking about how we were kind of feeling a way about the show. That it's like,
Because I have 11 issues too. I just haven't been trying to sell them to people.
Right. And it's like, it's like 99 problems and a bitch ain't one.
Yeah. Right.
And, it's like, it's like, yeah, it's like we were kind of like feeling the same thing. Like when you're actually like, it's like, oh, do you feel like going, live on Monday or Friday? No, it's like, okay, I don't, it's like, oh, it's like, I'm okay with
my arm.
streaming. Yeah. You're twisting. Yeah. Don't twist my arm. If you don't want to vlog, we won't vlog. Right.
Right.
But the thing is though, is that I do like this. I do like vlogging.
You like spending time with daddy.
Yes, I do.
Holy
and
shit,
all
boy,
our
we have
friends,
changed.
and
our friends.
all our friends, right, in the chat,
Right, for
all
sure.
the eyeball people. But the thing is though, is that if I enjoy doing the vlogs, then why were we sitting around saying, oh, if you don't want to vlog, I don't want to vlog either? That's like, oh,
because
if we don't
we
do
were
the show.
miserable. We were miserable.
And and we were kind of like going back and forth as to like what our problem was, right? And it's a me. And I think that the thing that we kind of figured out is that there just got a point where we felt, I don't know, kind of like the only thing we had that we felt we could talk about was the whole hustle of indie comics.
Right.
And not indie comics.
Right.
Or not even just like everything we were talking about was all about like, oh, but how do we sell this? And how do we do this? And how do we do that? And, and it's like, and it just got to a point that, especially combined with the whole, like, you know what, the more I push, the less effective I felt, the effort was being. The more I realized, it's like, you know what? It's not that I don't. It's like, it's not that I don't like this.
Right.
It's just that I had the wrong expectation for everything.
Right.
It's like, because it's like, I used to say this, like, oh, whenever we do like a vlog, I like to treat it like a commercial. Right. People who just see it, or like an infomercial, the people who are going to see it, and it's like, oh, maybe if they get to they watch the show enough, maybe they'll like they'll end up supporting us by the Kickstarters and all that stuff, right?
Right.
But but the thing is though, is that this whole like hustle thing really started to grate. Like it was really wearing thin. Where it's like, oh, you got to do this. Like all we were doing was just repeating what everybody else was saying.
You mean we became part of the echo chamber?
And it's like, yeah.
We were a part of the echo chamber, but nobody was involving us in their circle jerk.
Right. Well, yes.
I'd be there too. Fuck, if we're gonna do it,
right?
But no.
Instead, I gotta take a shower afterwards.
I want to go take a shower right now after saying that. Jesus.
But it's like, yeah. So it's like, and we're like kind of like, yeah, the hustle's real. The hustle's real. The hustle's real. Then it's like the grind is real. The grind is real. And then it's like, oh, this thumb is really pushing me into this grinder. Sucks. It's like, what? Yeah, this sucks.
Right.
Right. And and then it's like I was asking you, and then it's like, you were talking about how you wanted to start like shoot off to your own channel. Right.
Yeah.
and I was asking, it's like, well, what would you do there? Like what kind of videos would you like? What you like? Already, I'm kind of thinking like, what's the strategy? Like
No
I'm already
strategy.
putting myself in. I was like, oh, what's the strategy for And it's like, and I had to sit there and go, no, you asshole. That's the problem. I keep worrying about strategy when we really should just be hanging out. And it's like, it always talked about how it was always frustrated how like everybody always talked about like the money they made on Kickstarter, all the variant covers they had on Kickstarter. Oh, you have to do this type of book, you have to do that. But they wouldn't really talk about their books. Like my whole thing about like they know how to talk about their Kickstarter, but they don't know how to actually sell their books or talk about their books.
If they did though, Daphne, think about this. Okay, so this is
Right.
showing you how even more I think we're in the right direction.
Mhm.
Even if they did know how to talk about their fucking books,
Right.
they're gonna get on there and talk about the same shit every fucking week.
Right.
Day in and day out.
Right,
I
because
mean,
the way they talk about their books directly ties in to, oh, I'm trying to convince you to buy it.
right.
Right. But it's like my whole thing is like, no, what I want to know about your book is, like, oh, what was the inspiration for it? It's
Right.
like when you were writing it, like what were
Was it your childhood trauma or the Saturday morning cartoons that
right,
influenced you?
and you know what? And what Saturday morning cartoons was the inspiration for it? It's like how
Right.
did
Were you a
you know-
Disney afternoon kid?
right,
Like-
exactly. Like where do these influences appear in your in your books? Like it's like
Yes.
when you're sitting there writing, like are you a pantser, are you a plotter? It's like did you just start willy-nilly on your book, or did you have a plan for it? Like why, when you say your book is 25 issues, why do you think your story should be 25 issues?
Right.
It's like if you're telling me your book is 105 issues, why do you think your story is 105 issues? What makes it that you need that many issues? Is it a type of story that maybe you could shrink it down to maybe a trade paperback? It's like honestly, it's like when I'm hearing creators actually question whether they could survive their own book. Like I don't know if I could finish this book before I die. Maybe you should consider shortening it a bit.
Maybe you should fit your book within your lifespan.
Like why do you think that? I mean, it's like what, like only like 2-3 creators, individual creators, have made a series that lasted 300, like it was 300 issues. Like off the top of my head, I could only Dave Sim and Fred Perry. I know that there's another one, but I don't remember who they are. Right? So it's like, why do you think that that's like, you're doing this book? Why do you think that's the goal? Like 300 issues is the goal, and not why, it's like your story.
I feel that.
Right. Good luck.
I want to see your new baby.
Send
me pictures of your baby, Lou.
Yeah, really. So like that type of thing. Like, oh, what are your art influences? Why did you choose this artist for your book?
Right.
What is it about your artist that you felt was a right fit for your story? Stan, yeah, maybe it might be Stan. Right. Maybe. I think. I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I know that Ninja High School has gotten to like 100 and something, has gotten close. And yes, Stan Sakai would have been, I think that Stan Sakai would have gotten there by now. But then I don't know. But yeah, it's probably Stan Sakai. I don't know. So like, yeah, it's like, why did you choose this artist? What is it about their style? What is it about?
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. thank you. Michael says, "Oh, bring Michael."
No, yeah,
back
yeah,
up.
for sure.
Those are good points. People should additionally talk about those other topics. I like knowing those aspects about their book. I hope this helps the channel. Thank you,
Thank you,
Michael.
sir.
I mean, Michael really is an MVP. I
Yeah,
mean,
he is.
I don't
Always
think-
has been.
yeah, he really is.
And he's gonna like what we're doing too, because I'm familiar with another podcast that he's
Mhm.
tuned into frequently that he enjoyed. So yeah,
right.
I think you'll be on board for the change.
Yeah, like to give an example, right? Every time I'm on, for the last couple of times I was on a podcast, someone else's podcast. I think the last one was George's podcast. And I had mentioned that Eagle Raven started off as a She-Ra fanfic,
Nice.
and it's like, and everybody gets surprised when they hear that, because it's like, but the thing is, if you squint, you can see, you can see the, you can see where it's like, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But, and that's kind of like the fun things I like to talk about. It's like, yeah, it's like, how did that develop?
Right.
How did you go from a She-Ra fanfic to a portfolio mascot to a 16-issue limited series?
Right.
And then it's like, like that's the stuff I want to hear about. It's like, honestly, it's like, look, I can see your Kickstarter right there. And that's also another thing too, because I don't want to like poo-poo Kickstarters, because
No,
I know
not at
how
all.
important it is. It's
No.
because it is important. I mean, Kickstarter along with print on demand, I think like that's really like set off this indie comics renaissance that we're seeing. Although,
Absolutely.
because it's like, it allows us to actually put out the books that we want,
But everybody's showing you that. Everybody.
right? Yeah.
So how do you stand out from the noise?
Well, actually, it's like, what is it? You see, because that's also another thing too that I kept getting. It's like, oh, it's it's like, oh, it's noise to signal to noise, and how do you stand out from the noise? And the thing is, it's like, you know what? It's like, I don't know. It's like, just like there were all these really complicated instructions on how to like make a proper compost bin.
Right.
Yet just dumping leaves in a Home Depot bucket did the exact same thing. And it's like, how do I get to be the Home Depot bucket? That maybe the whole thing is that we're just making this complicated.
Right. Right.
Like getting bombarded with all this information and thinking that it's like we have to do something with it. And it's like, you know what? No, we really don't have to do anything with this information. What if we did? Oh, do we have a picture of Lou's baby?
Can I show your babies, Lou? I don't want to share the picture unless she says
Oh,
it's
okay. All right.
But
This
like
is
they're
the
fucking
office,
adorable.
right. So yeah, so it's like, so maybe the problem is that we're getting just bombarded with information that in the end actually we don't have to do anything with.
Right. Here they are. Look
There.
Look at that
There
piggyback
we
and
go. You're
little
never
foot.
getting your office back. Sorry.
Nope. Sorry. Look at them. Oh my god.
Yeah. Sorry, Lou.
Adorable.
You're not even getting that chair back.
They're there now. Just pay their mortgage. That's all you got to do now.
That's it. So yeah, so I was just thinking, it's like, you know what, maybe, especially, like maybe separating to your own channel, which, mind you, we've always encouraged people to do,
and I've been the
build
one
your
person
own,
that didn't do it.
because here's the thing, right? Because it's like, because I was also talking to Jose about like trying to like percolate these ideas or not.
Right.
And he's saying, because it's like at first I was like saying this, like, oh, it's like, yeah, it's like, we want to change the YouTube channel because like we want to attract different people. We don't want to attract, like a different audience or widen the audience. Or this. We think we're attracting like only one type of person and we really want to expand on that. And Jose goes, the audience that you want is not on YouTube.
Yes, they are. I disagree.
So that was his thing. And he goes, look, it's like, do your show because you want to do it.
Right.
But it's not going, but don't do it if you think you're going to be attracting a different type of person to you're only creating the same problem that got you in
sure.
in the situation you're in now.
But it's like, if I'm going to do this, I just want to have fun while I do it. I'm done with and I want to do it. I have fun doing it, but it hasn't been fun lately.
Right. And we're just trying to, because it's like, I like talking about comics and there are days I like talking about, okay, this is what I'm doing for marketing. I'm trying this.
Right.
It's like, and I like, but the thing is,
come every fucking time. And
right.
It's like,
yeah, and that's the thing.
That's my day job too. So I kind of get fucking tired of it.
Right. And it's like, what if that there were days that I just wanted to talk about, Nita, tell me more about your garden. And we just spend an entire episode.
Okay, well, I never want to talk about just my garden, but yeah.
Right. It's like, doing what, lasagna layering or something or whatever that is.
I've been learning how to make essential oils and elderberry tinctures.
There you go. And it's like, and what about, it's like, it's like, what artwork have you seen lately? Right. It's like, that's really stood out to you. What book have you read?
Want to know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about how stupid Disney is right now.
Oh, what is well? I mean, I know them from. Look, I was there for the shareholder wars.
No, fuck all that nonsense. They are trying to make a live action CGI Robin Hood. I'm like, don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it. Do not shit on gold.
Right. Well, I mean, it's. I'm a little conflicted with that, to tell you the truth.
Daphne,
because it's like, look, it's like,
see what they did to Lilo and Stitch.
No, I did not, because I refused to.
They fucking took Ohana out, the most important part of
I heard
Lilo and
Stitch. I heard all the things. Like, it's like, what was it? Nani actually gives up Lilo.
Yes, and which everybody's like, oh, well, that was the kind of ending that it needed to be, and they're still there. And
did it?
No,
it didn't. No, I needed the alien foster family.
Yes,
that's what I needed.
Right, right.
But here's the thing, though, that I heard also is that Disney. I heard that when Disney does the live action shit, that they purposefully
and the Lion King was crap.
That they purposefully changed the story so that you end up going back to the original to watch it.
No,
I don't know, because you know what? I refuse to watch the CGI stuff. Ever since they started making those, I refuse, because like, you know what? I'm not interested.
However, they are also talking about doing a remake of the Black Cauldron, which I'm actually for that one. I think that would work.
What's funny? That would be you know what's funny? It's like, I think that would work. I think.
But Treasure leave Robin Hood alone. Yes, Treasure Planet
would work.
Hey, dude, this is for our next show.
Right. Yeah, that's we're
supposed to be telling them what we're doing, not just give them the switch, right?
Well, but I don't know. Like Robin Hood, if they're just going to do the stupid 70s version, it's like, look, don't get me wrong. Robin Hood literally launched an entire fandom. I mean, let's not get that twisted. It's like, that's what, it's like, that was Robin Hood was my brain rot until Secret of NIMH came out.
Yes.
So and it's like,
put the 2D in fucking theaters, fucking remaster the bitch.
Do what they
make
used
it
to
look
back
beautiful.
In the day. Just that like the vault, the Disney vault, where they
I did
like, Yeah,
And I feel bad because I think it was underrated and it was overshadowed by other shit that was out at the time.
Yeah,
That's why I think that a rebirth and a revamp of it would actually be beneficial to
Right.
both the old and the new,
yeah.
because I think it would kick ass. I just did.
Like they should go back to like the vault idea where it's like every couple of years they re-release the original Disney movie in theaters.
They need to follow the lead of Studio Ghibli. Like they're fucking nailing it when they're doing those fucking they'll stream the shows like in the fucking
Right.
theater. They pick like I think it's 2 months out of the year, and every
Oh,
week
yeah,
is a different
yeah.
showing, and they have the subbed and dubbed versions, or
Right, and
whatever.
you can
Yeah.
go see it in the theater. Like I think like they just recently did Princess Mononoke in IMAX. I think I'm not sure. No, not
No,
that one.
that one.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know what it is? It's like, yeah, it's like I think a CGI Robin Hood could go sideways so quickly,
And it will. I
You
I
know?
do not have faith in them after seeing the Lion King, Beauty
Right.
and the fucking Beast,
right?
fucking
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch. Like
Right.
I have
Yeah,
I have
because you know
no
what I hate? Because you know what I really hate about those remakes? Just those remakes in general.
Right.
Never mind the fact that it's in shitty CGI.
right.
Is the fact that they think that there are plot holes they need to plug.
To fill. Yeah, or fill. And
It's like, you know
dude.
what? I don't give a shit why Maleficent is evil. I really don't. Like Maleficent did not need, even though people say that the movies are actually pretty good, but it's like,
Okay,
I don't give a
that's
shit.
one I'll say. Yeah, it was
You
actually
know?
pretty good. It was.
But the thing is though,
And
it's like,
Angelina
I know-
Jolie was fucking
I-
hot.
right,
Be
yeah,
like at the theater.
Yeah,
No, I had my kid with me, bro. I wouldn't be
right,
like
yeah,
that.
no.
But yeah, it was hot.
It's like, yeah, it's like, but I didn't need to know why Maleficent
Why Melissa was
evil.
evil? The bitch
Right.
went to a fucking kid's birthday
I-
party and
right.
did some evil shit. That's all that
Right,
matters.
That's it. Like that was the story,
Right? Her
Um,
trauma does not excuse her presence.
I mean, it's like, look, it's like I liked her without having the redemption story.
Right.
It's it's the whole thing when I was explaining once, because it's like my favorite book is American Psycho by Bret Easton
Right.
Ellis. And although ironically, I really didn't like the movie, as much as I did enjoy Christian Bale as Patrick Bateman, right? And there seems to be, and it's like, and what's funny is that, especially with like the how popular like dark romance is right now,
Right.
there seems to be like this misunderstanding as to why villains are hot, right?
Right.
In both sense of the word, right? In popularity and and everything else. And I remember explaining I don't like Patrick Bateman because I want to fuck him. I love Patrick Bateman because I want to be him.
Oh
this
my
is
God. Did you
like-
just like jump up, Daphne? Holy shit.
That there's this certain vicarious I want to live vicariously through these characters. Patrick Bateman is like this really shitty person getting away with stuff. Although depending on how you read the book, he's actually imagining everything.
That's
That
what I
Patrick
said.
Bateman is just some cubicle loser who's imagining himself as a serial killer, because nobody pays attention to him.
I only see that
How
one
you
scene
interpret
where he's
the book.
looking in the mirror.
Right. But it's like, not in the book, but it's not in the book. No, it's not.
Oh, that's fine.
yeah,
But that's all I could see.
The
Holy
fact
shit.
but in the movie, the fact that he's doing all this crazy shit and he's getting away with it,
Right.
that's the appeal. It's the getting away with it part,
What you're saying is that there was no consequence. Daphne Lage would be a serial killer.
You know, I think a lot of us would be. You
Yeah,
know,
probably.
it's like there's a reason why New York City has gun laws. You know, let me just put it to you that way. You know, the same thing with Maleficent, right? That to be kind of like this imposing figure that it's like,
Right.
yeah, okay, she gets her comeuppance in the end, but you know, oh, she bitch turns into a dragon.
Right?
Who doesn't want to turn into a dragon?
This episode is sponsored by monstercox.com.
You know, so that's kind of like, you know, the misinterpretation, you know.
Right.
But then it's like you also have Disney when it's like when they do these remakes, right? When they bought Lucasfilm, right? All of a sudden they had to princessify, what I called princessifying all their villains.
Yes.
Because it's like, yeah, how do we sell space Nazis to children? You know, so, you know, and the fact that, you know, and it's like, and then you have Space Caligula, you know, Kylo Ren,
Good morning,
and they
Thank
have
Garrett.
to redeem him on the last movie, which nobody gave a shit about.
Nope.
Because the appeal was his villainy.
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, the whole Reylo shit happened because the appeal was his villainy and the thought of him corrupting Rey.
Just use the force and choke me harder, Daddy.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what that is. It's not that we wanted to see Rey turn you know, like Kylo Ren into a good guy. We
Right.
wanted to see Kylo Ren turn Rey into a bad guy. And they completely misinterpreted that dynamic. Completely. You know, and it's like what was the other one that I was No, you know what? I really do think the appeal was his face.
Really?
Because he wasn't traditionally pretty.
This is true.
You know, and I think that was part of the appeal of him, that we're so used to seeing like these very glossy, very
No, because the
young,
infatuation was his abilities, his power.
right, you know, and it's like,
Right.
and I think that his feature, I mean, because what's funny was that after The Force Awakens, I actually based a character on him, the way he looked.
Nice.
That comes later. That's my Beauty and the Beast story. And I based Beast on him specifically.
Right.
You know, so yeah, like there really is, I think that's whole like being an unusual looking is when everybody's beautiful, right? Yes, the whole thing. When everybody's beautiful, no one's beautiful except for the person who actually isn't beautiful. You know? You know,
oh my God. Okay, syndrome.
Right.
Like-
So no, but that's
No,
yeah,
it's true.
exactly.
It's true.
It's true. You got me monologuing. So, you know, what Boba Fett, right? So they completely princessified Boba Fett, especially once they saw how popular he was. Oh, Loki. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I think he was like, that character was the start of that whole thing, of them
Right.
misinterpreting what makes him popular.
Right.
Right? Because at first I didn't get it. But when I first saw the first Thor movie, I didn't quite get how come everybody was like freaking the fuck out over Loki. It's like, he's a bad guy. You know, like I'm going like, he's a bad guy. I don't get this. By the second movie, I was like going, yeah, he's a bad guy, but you know, and then it's like, you know, and then as it goes on, it's like I was like, going, yeah, he's the bad guy. You know, and I'm okay with that. But what Disney interpreted that as is that because he's popular, we have to stop making him the bad guy. And they ended up princessifying him.
Yes.
You know, it's like, yeah,
Hi,
that's what I
Frank.
want to see. An entire series of of a god being sent to therapy. No, no. Get out of here with that. No. You know? It's like the appeal of Loki is that he's a dick. Again, it's the whole, you know, it's like it's like the appeal is that he's, you know, he's a bad guy, he's very charismatic, and it's like, yeah. That. So they did the same thing with Boba Fett, right? Where it's like he's supposed to be, well, I guess he's not, like, he wasn't a villain, he wasn't a hero, he was just there. He was a bounty hunter, you know, kind of like and he was like a amoral character. But because of his popularity, Disney interpreted as we have to make him a good guy. It's the same thing they did with Han Solo. We have to make him a good guy.
We got enough people with hearts out here. Fuck
You
this
know?
nonsense.
It's like, oh, he's popular. We have to make him a good guy so it doesn't feel weird marketing him.
Mm-mm.
And then they do this stupid shit where it's like, yeah, he's a villain, but he's, you know, he has a good heart. And that's the bullshit that I keep seeing in romance novels. You know, that it's like, oh yeah, it's like, you know, yeah, you did genocide and you murdered my family in front of me, but man, you were hot doing
it. Yeah, let's fuck.
You know, yeah, and then that's the and it's like there, it's like no, you're not. No,
you
stop.
killed my daddy, so you keep being my daddy now. Like type shit. Yeah, no.
Right.
No,
yes, but that, you know what's funny? Like that's it.
That's
yeah,
it. That's it. Yeah.
You know. And it's like, no, you know what? I forgot my whole point. Well, what point was it?
There is no point.
I think we were
just
talking point about Disney.
Yeah.
I think it was just the whole point of like Disney doing Robin Hood, and then like that's gonna go sideways. Really,
oh, it's gonna be awful.
Oh, it was the whole thing that I really don't give a shit about the plot holes.
Right.
Because that was a whole thing that they tried to do with their remake of Beauty and the Beast. Where it's like they had to, like, they thought the animated version had all these plot holes because they were listening to brain rotted assholes on online talking about, oh, it's Stockholm syndrome. No, it's not. One, Stockholm syndrome is fake, but two, the actual movies that had Stockholm syndrome was Tangled and Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Wow, perfect.
Those are the two movies that actually had Stockholm
If they wanted
syndrome.
to fix the greatest plot hole, he would have stayed the Beast at the end. And
well, that too. That was the other. That was a different problem. That was a different problem. But like, no, what Beauty and the Beast was that in the end, it was two outcasts realizing they had finally, you know, found kindred spirits in each other.
Right.
You know. It's like, you know, it that's what that was about. Oh yeah, sure. It's like he yelled and he was doing all, but then it's like, but Belle found out really quickly that he was a paper tiger. You know?
Right.
You know, and then it's like in the end, and then that was Beast's dilemma, that it's like, oh shit, she's not afraid of me.
Right.
You know? And then it's like that, you know, and then it's like he couldn't do anything. And she stayed.
Right.
That's what's like, oh, you're not afraid of me.
Right.
Even when she's yelling at her, she's like going, get the fuck out of here. With that shit. You know? But for some reason in the live action movie, they had to completely like fuck that up. And then it's like they turn, I don't know, for some reason they turned Beast to some kind of negging asshole. Right. And the enchanted objects actually like pressure Belle to stay because it's like, oh, well, if you leave, we don't get to be human again. And you're going to do that to us.
Right.
Fuck him being an asshole. What about us? And then in the end, that's what that turned into.
Fuck you and your teacup kids.
Right. Yeah. You know,
I'm out.
You know, so it's like, yeah, so Disney doing a live action of Robin Hood, yeah, it doesn't fill me with any, well, even if they make it anyway, it's not like I'm going to see it.
No, I am adamant. I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like-
It's like, look, and it's like, look, they're doing a second Zootopia, and don't even get me
give a
started
fuck.
as to how much I hated the first movie. Absolutely abhor that movie. So it's like, I'm not bothering with that. It's like I haven't bothered with Disney movies for a while.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think
and
one
then-
that attracted me the other day, though, well, it wasn't a Disney movie; it was Beastars, but it ended up being
that's-
Zootopia with fucking. So
but that's the thing though. And then they want to sit here and wonder why the kids are all into manga.
yeah.
What's all the mangoos? Why are they all watching Korean shit now? It's like the number one animated movie in the world right now is what was it? K-pop Demon Hunters.
Demon Hunter. Oh my god, yes.
It's like, it's like, wow, it's not even, it's by Sony, and it's not even about American characters. Number one animated movie, and it's an original story,
Right.
and its soundtrack,
And its soundtrack
is the Billboard 100.
Oh, it's kicking. It's kicking.
The soundtrack of that thing hit the Billboard. This is the first time that shit's ever happened. So, but Disney doesn't know what's going on. And it's like, it's because you're not really paying attention. You're too worried. Dovetail. You're too worried about the instructions on
You'll get
how
over
to
it.
do this right.
You'll get over it.
Without, when all you need to do is just put leaves in a bucket.
Oh yeah, here's some leaves in a bucket, by the way.
Well,
I'm gonna throw it into the chat.
Right. Okay.
This is a placeholder right now for my new YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Creating Chaos 24/7.
Mhm.
That's like, yeah, that's it.
Right.
So just I threw that out there. So
Right.
y'all
Oh,
can-
there you go.
the
And-
people
and you
in
know
this
what?
chat, I don't want it to be all over everything because I just don't want the
It's funny.
same shit.
What's funny is like the Creating Chaos was your first like that was your name, like your online name,
Mhm.
from the very beginning when I met you with Meredith.
Yep.
And and then we kind of like, oh, let's be more professional. And now it's like, no, you know what? Creating Chaos is exactly where we need to be right now. It's like, you know what? It's like how everything just comes full circle, I guess.
Right. And I have no intentions of abandoning the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel, but the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel, even though Daphne and I will still continue to
Right.
stream to it for a bit, is a creator focused
Mhm.
channel. The separate channel, the Creating Chaos channel, is
Right.
my channel. It's
Right.
me, my bullshit, whatever it may be.
Right,
Gardening,
yeah.
fucking witchcraft. I don't know. I don't care.
Right.
And Daphne is Daphne and her
Right.
art and whatever.
And I have my own
And-
channel already.
Right. But we
Right,
will,
right.
but I mean, fucking considering I fucking built this bitch, I feel like I have the right to stay here and do whatever the fuck I want anyway. Because this is still my channel too.
Right.
But the other channel I will be producing more content that will not be comics book related. So-
Right. Well, I mean, it's like,
But I
yeah,
mean, it will always be comics book related, honestly, in some way, shape, or form, because
yeah,
comics
that's
are my
our
fucking
interest.
life. That's my
Yeah.
main interest.
right. Exactly.
But I fucking garden. I fuck around with these stupid ass cats that have brain damage. Get the fuck. Like
she watches
smoke-
true crime podcasts.
I love fucking true crime podcasts. I know things about serial killers I should not know.
right.
Just I don't know. It's good.
Yeah.
It's my space where I can be me, where I'm not marketing for
Right.
someone else.
Yeah, where it's like it doesn't feel like that we're being pressured to have to talk about the hustle, the grind, and this and that.
Right,
when it's
because
like,
that's my
well,
day job. Here,
you know?
this is me the rest of the time.
Right.
I might be talking about BDSM for fucking
Right.
an hour. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's like there just comes a point where sometimes I just want to ask, like, what's your favorite book and why is it and what makes it stand out for you?
Right.
And it's like, if you're a creator, that it's like, how did your favorite stuff influence the comics that you're writing?
Right.
You know, it's like because that was also like an interesting side. Because we're only doing this Monday show, I don't mind going a little bit longer. So
Oh, we haven't even told them that part.
Oh yeah, because that's also the thing too that we're also thinking about is going to a
guys rock.
going to a once a week schedule where we only
Yes.
do the show on Mondays,
Right.
but we do a longer show.
Right.
You know,
we'll be running an hour and a half on Mondays.
Yeah.
Because it's like this, like on the Mondays and Fridays thing was getting to be a bit much, especially
Yeah.
because for a long time my appointments and stuff were mostly on Fridays because
Right.
that's when C's off. And it just it was like I like to be a little more consistent.
Yeah.
Like I do want to give more of myself to everything again, including the
Right.
growth of the Indie Comics Network itself
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But I also need to branch out.
Right. You know, yeah. And so it's like, yeah, so that's what we're looking at doing. And probably that, you know, honestly, I think that the way our schedule's looking now, that's probably what we're going to be doing from now on, that we're only going to be vlogging on Monday.
Right. It will not be marketing focused though. We will be
and we're going to like move away from that. That it's like, you know what? It's like because if you want,
we're gonna have new graphics and everything.
I'm gonna slowly start changing.
So,
you know,
so in
cleaning up the
January,
place.
new year, new us, bitches.
Yeah. You know, like but the thing is, if you're watching and you do want to see, you want more hardcore marketing advice and Kickstarter advice,
go to JD Calderon.
Yeah, JD Calderon does a show, Talking Comics, on a Sunday. It's a panel show where he talks about just that. It's like they're all more business oriented about indie comics.
And see, no, actually, this even works. Us being here fits the space perfectly anyway, because you got JD who's doing marketing, Randy who's bringing up Golden Age and Silver Age comics,
his educational show,
his educational programming. Then you got Rodney and Tina with the Draw Stream. Probably he's gonna be having that fucking what's that dorky ass fucker Chad back, and Chad will be doing whatever Chads do.
Exactly.
Like it just. It's not everything is going to be creator focused. If you desire creative focus, please subscribe still and tune in on it's Tuesdays. When does he do a show with Rob? Wednesdays?
Oh yeah, like once a month he does this show, or was it every like 2 weeks? He does a show with Rob Multari, where again it's very creator focused about.
That's your Kickstarter show. And then there's the creator focused with the marketing and stuff that he does on Sundays.
Right. So what we want to do is that we just want to go to once a week. Thank you, Michael. That's what we're trying. You know, like we're trying to, you know, mix it up a bit, you know. And it's
look, like, Lorraine knows more about my shit than I do.
Right. You know, so that's what we're looking on doing, right? So so what was I about to say before I did that?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I cut you off.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just that's kind of like where we're heading towards, you know. So it's like, so if you do want to like talk more about the creative process, or if you're like, oh, like or you know, like
marketing,
I don't know. Well, it's like, you know, to an extent, or if you just want to talk about what you saw that week and whether we saw it, you know, it's like, because also it's like, I don't want us to be like,
yes, they are. Some of them shows they are. I'm not saying which ones,
you know,
girl, book a flight. I mean, damn, just don't tell your sister. Don't tell your sister. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So so just kind of like just changing up the conversation.
Right.
You know, it's like you know, like when I like, you know, because I'm still gonna talk about like how I'm hoping next year to plan for all these different conventions.
Right.
You know, so it's like I'm still going to be talking about that. It's not like we're going to not talk about that stuff anymore. It's just that it's going to be more of a general interest type of thing we want to do.
Right.
And honestly,
and if you want Daphne for just Daphne's comics, then
Right.
she has her Wednesday show.
Right. And you see, and I think that'll help me out too by not having another show on Friday. It could help me actually get more on track with my Wednesday show, because it's like, oh, I'm doing 2 shows a week, not 3. And so that, that'll probably like be better for my schedule. Just like, be the Home Depot bucket. That's
Right.
what I'm thinking, like kind of like the air where I'm thinking, it's it's like be leaves in a Home Depot bucket that turns to compost on its own without like
I don't want to turn to shit on my own, Daphne. Be the chaotic seeds that fell into the soil.
Well,
and
right. Right, exactly. Well, that's true. Yeah, it's like, that you're just spilling seeds everywhere, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, your raised bed is empty, but you have a
It's just
hummingbird
there.
hummingbird forest all around it, growing all around it.
It's a big ass bucket of fucking dirt. And I paid out the ass. And look, the labor of love that went into that bullshit for nothing. Oh my God, is that not a fucking there? That's an analogy there. But anyway, I put so much into it and got nothing because I had to haul all that fucking dirt. I couldn't just use my topsoil. I had to go fucking buy topsoil and haul that fucking shit. It was like 20 fucking bags of goddamn dirt that was like this fucking big. I had to go to the store and fucking get them. I had to bring them home and haul them to the fucking bed, fill up the fucking bed, and not a goddamn thing came.
But it was
not
because
nothing.
of the heat. Like the heat just fried everything.
Oh my God, the heat.
Oh yeah, you did say it was 135.
130 degrees in the center of the bed.
You can't even have a shower. I mean, I don't think it's even legal to have a hot tub that hot.
I mean, I could, but like, I burn my fucking skin off, bro. I will fucking, I go and I fucking turn those. Right.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
can't have my landlord hearing too much now.
Right.
Yeah, I takes me some hot showers. I boil my shit. I come out looking like a crawfish.
I think we're all into that for some reason. I heard that's actually like women have a tendency, like, I don't know, like we just run. Our internal temperature runs hotter, so we're more tolerant of heat.
Maybe.
Although not heat out there.
No, fuck. No,
you
walk out that heat. I don't know.
Stand it. The fact that I'm going back to Florida kind of makes me like, oh my God. They said not the humidity. No. We just got some like cooled off weather. And it's like I'm really appreciating it, but we keep reading that Florida. But the thing is, it's Florida. Florida's always humid.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. It was nicer there than it is here. Like even being right there on the ocean at your mom's, it was not as sticky feeling.
Well, because you have an actual ocean breeze.
Yeah, maybe that's it. The constant fucking movement of the air here.
It's but what's funny though is that when you're in the street, like if you're being blocked, it's like you fry in the street. Like the ocean really has its own thing going, but once you're in the street, as long as you're in front of the ocean, you're good. But once you're in the actual street, like trying to go to Publix or something, it's like
I think that was the only time I got hot there was the fucking walk to get coffee.
Yeah,
it was in January, and it was snowing at my house.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Hell froze over.
Once the buildings block that ocean breeze, that's it. It's like get a spatula, flip you over. I swear to God, I do have to admit though that's probably the only thing we're gonna miss: the view and the apartment itself.
The view. Oh my fucking God!
But like. Everything else, it's Florida. You're never going to see me in that part in South Florida ever again. Once we move everything
back.
What
about MegaCon? You got to hit up a MegaCon from time to time.
That's in Orlando.
Okay. Well,
that's central.
That's
central.
Florida. It's not quite as far south.
I mean, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing MegaCon again. That's funny because I've been like really, really thinking a lot about conventions lately.
Have
like,
fun, Michael. Thank you for joining
oh,
us.
bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, um, because it's like I'm kind of like thinking about like what conventions for next year, because it's like once we get my mom up here, her car is coming too. So it's like, oh, I could finally, take advantage of having a car again.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, maybe going to conventions will be a little bit easier, and maybe we could be a little more experimental again.
Bro.
Yeah, no, I hear it's really bad in Texas, but more because the grid, the electric grid isn't really cut out for it. It's kind of like finding out like when you go to Europe, because in Europe they're having like these record heat waves, and and the buildings are not built for that. So air conditioning is not really a thing. So you go to hotel, like I see these videos of people going to Europe and they go to the hotels and there's no air conditioning in the hotel rooms. So it's like you're in a hot box, So, but then again, I think that's why everybody goes outside, like all the restaurants are like outside and everything, but still though, it's rough. This heat is like, I don't know whether I'm just growing less tolerant of it or it's getting hotter. I can't tell the difference.
Mine's
right
the it's both. And
that's
the combination
true.
of the antidepressants. Because let me tell you something, some of them fucking antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds and heat do not fucking mix.
Not mix. Yeah,
I was outside 24/7 growing up and wouldn't fucking flinch. I was catching snakes, turtles, whatever the fuck I could fucking find. Now I can't even walk across the parking lot at Tractor Supply.
Right. Yeah.
And I was walking barefoot on asphalt in the South.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Speaking of the heat, the humidity in the off, because I guess it's supposed to rain, so it's a little humid, so it's finally like finally getting to me. But before we go, I just want to remind everybody that speaking of JD Calderon, that he has Kickstarter out right now. The link is in the chat. It's the next Oswald book. What My Eyes See, I Cannot Tell, issues 1 through 4. I think this completes the story. I'm not sure. Thank you so much to the 56 backers who pledged the campaign. And it's 10 days to go. So like I said, the link is in the chat so that you could all check it out before it closes. So I just wanted to get that out of the way before we go. Before I forget.
Pin that.
Okay. Before I forget. Also, thank you everybody who pledged to Dreamweavers, which finished, I think it was yesterday. Thank you so much, everybody who pledged to that. And also, like I said, that's the thing. I want us to like also showcase, Kickstarters too. Like I said, we're still working out this format, this new format that we're kind of like working into. So please bear with us. But yeah, I think that's kind of my problem too.
It's the perimenopause.
Yeah. But it was nice doing the show today. It was nice seeing everybody again. Oh, I forgot to I don't know if you watched the show on Monday, but I also forgot to show you this.
Oh my god.
The other thing that I was able to do,
I fucking totally love that one.
I happened to have the clothes. The clothes were for like a different doll that I had that I never put on it because it came with its own clothes, and it turned out that it fit on this thing too. So in the 3 weeks that I was also contemplating how we were going to change the show, I also had the time to go on the Pop Mart site and play their completely unhinged game trying to get one of these.
Oh my god.
Because you can't just I did a whole thing explaining it on the Monday show, where it's like you can't just buy it. You have to play a game on the Pop Mart site to get one of these, and you're competing with 40,000 other people. And it's just like a nightmare. But I was able to get one, and
That outfit is fucking amazing.
so yeah,
Get
you're gonna
ready.
see a little bit. So yeah, so these are the little clothes that I had that I put on her. It's a her. I keep having to remember that Labubus are hers and Simomos are boys. So yeah, so I got her little clothes, so she's ready. She too is ready for vacation. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you. So she didn't make a very good co-host, so I'm glad you're back.
Did you miss me?
Actually, yes, I did, Nita. Yes, I did.
I've missed me too, Daphne. I've missed me too.
It's, the
I
medication.
missed you for real.
No, yeah. So in the end, it's like that's why when you were talking about, oh, I want to stop doing the show, after I started thinking about it, it's like, wait, I don't want to stop doing the show. Wait a minute. How are we going to talk to all our friends?
I know, right? I didn't want to leave the,
all
the
our
people
friends
that
are
are
on the internet.
regulars, but I'm so fucking tired of being like, all I am is a fucking walking advertisement, and I need something that separates that, because it also gets me a lot of disrespect. Like, for every person that tells me they appreciate me and what I do for the indie comics industry, I have 10 assholes that feel entitled to my time.
Yeah, because you show me those DMs, and
they're like, why aren't you sharing mine? And why aren't you doing this? And it's like, bitch, one, you don't pay me, which it's not always about that, because I am very generous with my spare time. I share out people that do not pay me whatsoever all the fucking time, but not motherfuckers that come at me like that. And it's a blatant disrespect to being told, well, you're here for some indie comics, but not all indie comics. Bitch, I am not your fucking billboard. If you're not feeding fucking or that we just are financing me, like, like, you know, what? I am not. You're not entitled to me.
Yeah. So Audacity is at an all-time high.
Keep talking.
Audacity is at an all-time high.
It really is.
So yeah. So it's like, so that's also part of the reason why we want to, like, I mean, I don't know if. Well, it's like, we're still, like I said, we're still thinking this out. But the one thing's for sure, though. Thank you, Lou. Thank you. The one thing's for sure, though, is I think, like, from this point on, we're only going to do once a week.
Mondays.
Yeah, we're just Mondays. Yeah, we're going to do Mondays. And then I'm going to be gone again for another month. And then, like I said, we're probably not going to be, like, back to normal
until after the first of the year.
And because, like I said, I want to change, I want to change, just I don't know how much I want to change, because we're going to need a new intro. We need the new
I changed my mind when I was watching the intro, though.
Yeah, I know.
I want to keep the music.
Yeah, okay.
I want to keep the music.
Right.
And we can even keep the fucking intro. Or we could change up the images. Or
you know
something.
what? Keep it. You know what? The fact that you want to keep the music, I'm okay with that. It'll make it easier for me to change the video.
Right, but the music was like, it hits, dude. It hits.
You know what? That's Meredith.
That's Meredith.
Meredith works very hard trying to find music she thought like fit.
Right.
So we're not. Yeah, so we're not going to let go of that. But everything else I think needs a good spruce.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see. I'm also kind of tired of this, the whole Dottie thing. Like, I loved it, but I'm tired of looking at it. It's kind of like the fucking paint in the living room. Like, I want to change. Like, I want to do something different with our backgrounds too.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Kind of like, I don't know.
We're gonna redecorate.
Yeah, we are. So we're gonna see we're gonna play around with what works.
The outro has to change, because I. Like it, while like I said, I still want to be a part of the indie. I am still Indie Comics Network. That's just technically, but I need something that's I don't want everybody who's tuning in over there to jump here and vice versa. I want to have multiple spaces and multiple.
Yeah.
I just need.
We
I
need
some-
different rooms in the house.
Right,
That's what
right,
it is.
right.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
I want my own room and my own goddamn bathroom because I'm
Right,
tired
yeah.
of you leaving all your hair on the sink. Okay.
Yeah. No, for real. It's like you want the secret to a proper relationship. It's separate bathrooms, separate offices, and separate bathrooms. So for real. That's it for me. How about you, Nita?
I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So thank you everybody for joining us and putting up with us today. I know things are a little bit messy, we're a little bit under construction, we're a little bit not knowing what to do, but you know, but we hope that it looks like a patch of dirt now, but hopefully by the spring it'll be a beautiful garden.
And even if it's not, I'm gonna roll around in that dirt like a fucking happy ass pig because I'm gonna be
Right.
doing what I want to do.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you know what? That's true. That's
Like-
true.
Just
You know,
fuck it. It's gonna be the most beautiful dirt you ever saw. It's a big,
That's-
big, beautiful dirt.
right. Yeah, big beautiful dirt. Oh my goodness. So
Kitty, my pork pie.
no kidding. Oh my goodness. So again, thank you everybody in the chat for joining us and keeping us company. Thank you so much to beautiful eyeball people for keeping us in the background where we belong. Just yapping, just yapping in your ear while you're actually getting work done. Thank you so much for that. You know, if we serve any purpose, it's making your time go by faster. Oh my goodness. So any final thoughts before we
No,
go?
just that's it. I don't give
That's
a fuck.
it.
I don't give
Okay.
a fuck.
So if you want to learn more about me and my artwork and my campaigns and all that other stuff, you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook if you are interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress updates. And you can also find me here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, where you can find an entire archive of all my previous videos and live streams. And you can also join me for my semi-weekly art live streams Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, which I will eventually get back into once everything that's going on finally settles. But it's a draw stream, 2 hours of me just drawing and hanging out with the chat, kind of like being at a convention, but you don't have to worry about whether you're blocking my table. Also at EgoWorks, you can read Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link to Tall Tales, that's TAILSonline.com, and read the entire Tall Tales archive as it is so far there. But if you want an easier way to read Ego Raven and Tall Tales, you can also find them on Webtoon. Ego Raven updates every Tuesday and Tall Tales updates every Thursday. So that's it for us. Thank you so much. We will be back next Monday, with another edition of the Rage Into the Vlogs show. And the one thing that will not change is, in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. Thank you so much again, and we'll see you next time. Ta-da.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.